What's good, people? It's your boy Lowry and welcome to the Everything Lowry show. This show gives you all the movie and entertainment news from a lover of film, that is myself, to you. This is a very big episode. In this video, I'll be talking about the latest news from the recent CinemaCon, Netflix's woes, and a major change with regards to the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. All right, first we have Netflix. They seem to be going through a bit of a troubled time. The streaming-based service announced its first subscriber loss in more than a decade, losing 200,000 subscribers in Q1, and they're also expected to lose even more in this current quarter. A reaction to this is that Netflix begun a round of cost cutting by eliminating an undisclosed number of marketing jobs. Some of the people who unfortunately lost their job worked on Tudum, which is the pop culture website that was meant to be a backstage pass that lets you dig deeper into Netflix's film series and movies that you love. I can't say that I'm surprised by this news, since I've always thought that the binge watch Netflix model and the increase in competition would soon catch up to them. We've seen a slight change with their binge watch model, with titles such as Money Heist and most recently Ozark releasing their final season in 2 parts. Whilst I understand that some TV series you can binge watch, I've always been a fan of weekly releases. Plus Netflix, their quality control recently hasn't been that great, and I think another significant factor is their recent price increase. Very interesting news, and I'm sure more will unfold later this year. Next up, we have CinemaCon. I didn't even know this type of event existed. CinemaCon is like a movie theater industry trade show that is usually held in Las Vegas. It showcases exclusive Hollywood presentations, debuting a slate of upcoming movies, plus must-see premiered featured screenings. Starting off with Sony, they had a lot of praise to receive with their 2021 Ghostbusters Afterlife, Venom Let There Be Carnage, and Spider-Man No Way Home, all grossing together $3.3 billion. In addition to the praise, lucky attendees got to watch the first 15 minutes of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, a film I've been heavily anticipating. It also received an official release date of the 2nd of June 2023, plus the third movie in this series has a confirmed title of Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is expected to release Easter 2024. Sticking with Spider-Man news, Sony also announced a new character from the Spider-Verse is getting its own standalone film, and they are called El Muerto. I've never heard of them, so I'm probably pronouncing the name wrong, but apparently they featured in 2 issues of Spider-Man, but the character is going to be played by recording artist Bad Bunny, who was also a guest surprise that came on stage. This movie is set for a January 2024 release and will come after Kraven the Hunter, which is currently shooting, and Madam Web. The way Morbius turned out, I hope this is much better. Last for Sony were snippets of upcoming films coming out later this year. Bullet Train starring Brad Pitt. This is a film I cannot wait to see. That trailer is so cool. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. The Woman Kings starring Viola Davis. This movie is based on the true story of the Dahomey Amazons, an all-female military regiment of the Kingdom of Dahomey. This sounds super interesting and is definitely on my watch list this year. And A Heart of Lion, which is a biopic about the 2-time world heavyweight champion George Foreman, which will be directed by George Tillman Jr. and is scheduled for a release in April 2023. Warner were up next and they had a lot of content to talk about. They have a featured pack 2022. They showcased footage from the upcoming Elvis biopic, which is scheduled to release this year in June. DC's League of Super Pets had a new extended trailer, and Stephen King's novel Salem's Lot also had its first trailer premiered. Olivia Wilde's Don't Worry Darling, a psychological thriller starring Florence Pugh, Harry Styles, Chris Pine, and Gemma Chan, also had its first trailer. Alongside with this trailer, Olivia was also served with legal documents from her ex-partner, Jason Sudeikis, on stage. Now, he didn't come and physically hand it to her, but she was handed a brown envelope, I think, or it was there already on stage. But damn, you gonna do that? But I think the movie that received the biggest cheer, read it online and news reports, was Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam. That is scheduled to release in October this year. It had its new trailer showcased, and I cannot wait for this one. We now have new release dates for the next DC movies. Shazam! Fury of the Gods will release December 12th, 2022. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom will release on March the 17th, 2023. And the Flash movie, a lot of controversy surrounding that, is scheduled to release in June 2023. Damn, that is a long delay. This film was supposed to come out in November 2022, Could they be reshooting the whole film due to recent events? Lastly, for Warner, the music prequel Wonka, which has just finished production, had its first footage showcased. Dune star Timothée Chalamet is playing the titled role, with the film revolving around a young Willy Wonka in his early days as a chocolatier. Following Warner isn't easy to do so, but Disney, they managed to do so, showcasing the first 20 minutes of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, another film I cannot wait for. Watching this next week, look out for the review. New trailers for the Bob's Burgers movie and Lightyear were also showcased, and there was a surprise trailer for Avatar 2 called Avatar: The Way of the Water, which is scheduled to play prior to the new Doctor Strange movie, then released online in the first week of May. The original Avatar movie will re-release on the big screen later this year, September 23rd, with a remastered version in time for the sequel's release, which I think is a very smart idea. It's been like, what, 10 years since that Avatar came out, even longer than 10 years. But this movie I'm looking forward to, and also there has been confirmed 4 more movies set in the Avatar universe that is scheduled to release, and the audience were told that each of these other movies will be a self-contained narrative, which I think is a really cool idea. No announcement of the next phase of the MCU, but we are getting Thor: Love and Thunder and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever later this year, with the Marvels, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania all coming next year, 2023. Harrison Ford is coming back to the big screen with a new Indiana Jones movie, and the live-action Little Mermaid film is confirmed for a 2023 release. Universal had a huge presentation showcasing nearly 20 films. I'm not going through all of them, else we'll be here all year long. But the new trailers for Jurassic World Dominion, Minions: The Rise of Gru, and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish were all showcased. What I was looking forward to the most from Universal was a new trailer for Jordan Peele's Nope, which didn't happen, and the audience was sworn to secrecy about the footage that was shown at the CinemaCon. Halloween Ends. Yes, people, another Halloween is on the horizon, but this has been confirmed as the last time Curtis will face Mike Myers, and this has a release date of October 14th, 2022. Last up were Paramount, who I feel have had a really good year so far. Jackass Forever, The Lost City, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Scream all performing well at the box office. They showed a new trailer for Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank, a new film called Babylon, which has a featured packed cast of Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Olivia Wilde, Tobey Maguire, plus many more. And this film is set to take viewers back to old Hollywood as the industry transitions from silent films to talkies. And speaking of Hollywood, Mr. Hollywood himself, Tom Cruise, announced via a pre-recorded introduction the next Mission Impossible movie, which is titled Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, and this has a July 14th, 2023 release date. And also this will be followed by a Part 2, which has a June 28th, 2024 release date. I cannot wait for this next Mission Impossible movie. There was also a sizzle reel showcasing release dates for some blockbusters to release in 2023. This included Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, that has a March 3rd release date. The next Transformers movie, another one that I am super excited for, and it's titled Transformers: Rise of the Beast. That is coming on the 9th of June 2023. And people, if you can tell me why the 9th of June is a special day down in the comments, there might be a prize for someone. And also we have Scream 6, which is currently in production, set for a March 31st release date, and A Quiet Place Day 1, another film under Paramount I cannot wait for. I love the A Quiet Place series so far, and they're branching out and doing spin-offs, so I can't wait to see this one. This has a September 22nd, 2023 release date. And the last story for this episode, and it's a surprising one, Spider-Man director John Watts has withdrawn as the director of Fantastic Four. This was supposed to be a reboot for the Fantastic Four within the MCU. There's no bad blood between Disney and Watts, it's just he needs a break. He needs a break from the superhero realm after completing the Spider-Man trilogy, which is totally understandable. And that is it for this week's news. As always, thank you very much for watching. Some exciting announcements were discussed in this episode. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts of what I've discussed in today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future content, and until my next video, peace.